Everything you said we already knew, more or less.
Well, here's something that you didn't know. 2 of those special atomic bombs haven't gone off.
And welcome back, really. First YouTube video in a while, and we've got quite a lot of new stuff to talk about, really. This episode now is coming to you from Bowman HQ, and as anybody who's watched an old video will know, background here looks different from the old HQ, which is we've got a new office. We moved in like Monday, I think, and obviously new office. It's all very, very new, so it's all a little, it's all a little bit chaotic at the moment. Still got a lot of unpacking to do, a lot of setting up to do. We got various bits and pieces yesterday. We had the electricians in yesterday. This bit here is the Bowman office, and this will be the most important thing. Coffee machine. Can't live without a coffee machine in the office, and workshop will be in here. And some other things that will become obvious in time, but as well as ourselves, our good friends at Caffeine Magazine will be sharing the office space with us, and they're going to be in this bit here. Behind this wall, behind that wall's a shower, little meeting room, kind of office space, recreational thing. Basically, let me just get this back down. We outgrew the old office, really, so we needed more space, we needed more room, and we found this space. Ourselves and Scott were looking for somewhere to share a space, so we found this a little while ago. Been a little while in setting it up. Finally got in Monday, and it's been a little bit chaotic, building desks, getting the electric sorted out, getting plumbing sorted for a new shower, repainting everywhere. As you can see from the floor in Scott's bit, we've had to take up the old carpet, got to get new carpet put in. And one of the good things about this place is we will be able to accept visitors. So that we'll have some bikes on display, we'll be able to have visitors by appointment, so you can come and see where things happen. We can do test rides from here, we'll probably do some rides from here, and this is one of the reasons that we've been a little bit lax on the YouTube videos, really. One of many things. But it's not just our location that's changed. We've got regular viewers and people who follow us on other bits of social media and our newsletters and things like that will know that we've been talking about new projects for a little while, and quite a few of you have been getting in touch via email and messages and comments on the videos of what's going on, where is everything. You talk about this stuff but never tell us, so this is kind of the first real chance we've had to stop, sit down and kind of regroup. Tell me about this stuff. First things first, Project Pilgrims X. Let me grab something and show you. Actually no, I'll take you through here. This is the Project X prototype. Rode that in again this morning. Been on and off this and a few other things. It will be called Pilgrims Disc, I think. Just sort of makes it a little bit more obvious for someone who isn't aware of the brand that Pilgrims is a disc bike. We went through a whole bunch of names and prototypes, but just thought we'd keep it simple. A very quick little rundown. Front end, it takes what we've learned from the Palace, so similar head tube, down tube and top tube. Blair square seat tube down there. Seat tube the same. Shaped chainstays, flat mounts, much skinnier and smaller, much smaller seat stays than the original, as we'd hoped and thought quite likely. It's a lot more similar in feel to the Palace. Same material as the Palace. And with that we've made some changes from that prototype. Eagle-eyed might have noticed a few notes on there. We've tweaked the chain stays, tweaked the positions of a few cable guys, things like that. And that second generation of pre-production, I guess it's a production prototype. The raw frames were finished last week, so we're just finalising the graphics of those. We'll get those painted and we should have those and pictures of those to show you guys in the next 4 weeks, something like that. So if you want to make sure you're kept in the loop on those, do sign up to our Pilgrims newsletter email database. Very simple. All you've got to do is send an email to info@bowman-cycles.com with the title of Project Pilgrims X, and that automatically adds you to our database, and you will be the first to know what is going on with the project, and when pre-orders will open, timelines and that sort of stuff. So there'll be a link on the screen on there, and there'll be a link in the description about how to sign up to that. Not the only new thing, Office and Project Pilgrims X. The other new thing is the Layhams Disc. And what's there? Graham appears to have moved it. This, will it focus? Layhams Disc. Layhams Disc. The original Layhams we did as a caliper brake bike, our take on a traditional winter bike for UK market, but we always wanted to make a disc version of the same thing, because everything about the tubing and the clearance, the ride qualities, and the way sort of technology has progressed, it made perfect sense to make a disc version as well. And even the recent review in Cycling Tips, they were looking forward to and expected to see a stainless steel disc version of that frame, because like I just mentioned, it's the perfect thing. This is that. Similar to the Layhams mask paint job, there's some sandblasted detail, materials, names, things like that. Clearance for 30s, flat mounts, 12mm through axle, mudguard eyelets, disc hoses, outside external removable cable guides. It's very, very similar to the Layhams, but we're going to do this and kind of like a slate grey colour, so something for the monochrome crowd. So that is very soon going to be built up with something rather nice. We got in touch with Sram, and this box turned up. Really quite nice, very exciting. eTap High Road, eTap Hydro. All those things, electronic, wireless, electronic shifting, flat mount hydraulic brakes, wireless shifting. That bike's going to be built up. It should be by the middle of next week. Yeah, we're looking at launching that for pre-order very, very soon indeed. And much like Project Pilgrims X, send an email to us, title Layhams Disc, automatically gets entered into the database, and you'll find out when the pre-orders end. You'll be able to pre-order stuff before anyone else. So do sign up to that. And the eTap, I had a very quick play on it when it first came out, but I've actually been using the normal eTap on my Palace R. Really, really, really impressive. So simple to set up, really straightforward. The shifting takes a little bit of getting used to, but once you get it, it's really, really intuitive, to the point where even now, going back to Shimano shifting on other bikes, I still keep tapping the wrong brake lever and wondering why it doesn't downshift. The other thing as a bike manufacturer that was really good about eTap is when you've got a prototype frame you need to quickly throw together. Normally you kind of dread it a bit because you've got to find new cables, but with eTap, yeah, that doesn't happen. And I quickly threw the group set on this, which is another stainless steel prototype project we're working on. That's a long way away. Very first stages of that, but I had to get to Girona a few weeks ago. That frame arrived like 2 days before. Yeah, that frame arrived 2 days before I was due to go to Girona, and I thought it's a perfect opportunity to be able to test it out on some interesting roads on some proper descents. So the night before, I kind of tried to work out if I had enough time to build it, get it packed up and everything. Had about an hour and 10 minutes before I had to get a train, go up to the airport. Yeah, really, really straightforward swap. All you have to do, disconnect the chain, bolt the mechs on, pull the buttons, and it's set up. Tiny tweak on one of the limit screws on the front mech, and incredibly simple to set up. Really, really straightforward to use. Thoroughly recommend the stuff. It's really, electronic shifting is, personally, I think it's a really good technological advance in how, one of the main things I think is how little maintenance you need to do on it. There's no cables to stretch, get gummed up, constantly adjust as things kind of fall out of indexing, stuff like that. Really, really straightforward from that respect. Really straightforward for fitting, really straightforward for swapping. But yeah, I think we should hopefully be able to go down and see some of the journalists, so it should be on some of the websites and the magazines pretty soon. Again, that'll be launched. We planned to launch it after, a month or so after Pilgrims Disc, but we ended up, just the way the production process went, it ended up happening first. Layhams Disc will be probably launching for order in the next couple of weeks. Keep an eye out next week for the whole full build. Sign up for the newsletters. Sign up for our general newsletter anyway. There's a sign up on our website, there's a sign up in the description, you can click to it through our Facebook page. But yeah, I think that'll do for now. Graham's just turned up anyway. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you don't already. You'll get updates. We're back on the regular train for doing this now. We should be back up to weekly uploads on this. Morning, Graham.
Morning. Morning, lovely day.
Yeah, so with that, I'll sign off and say see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.